there's nothing wrong with our meters to feet program app that we created earlier. But wouldn't it be great if we had a way in which we can actually allow users, us, or people who will be using our program or app, to enter themselves a value, right? So let's say when they run the app, if we could ask them, hey, what would be the meters value do you want to enter? And they would enter, and then we will display the equivalent value in feet, right? That'd be great. Okay, so let's modify this current program here to allow users to actually enter their values, to make this a little bit more dynamic, if you will. So let's comment this all out. So in order to comment everything out, what do you need to do? Go ahead and select what you want to comment out. Say on Mac, command / and there we go. Everything is now commented out. So okay, let's put this all at the bottom here. So I have more. Let's put this, organize a little bit of our code here. Okay, so in order for us to be able to retrieve what users input, right, the values that user input, we have to import a class that comes with Java already, right? And we'll get more into classes and object, all of that, but I don't want you to think too much about it. But for now, we need to import something. We need to get a class that has all of the code, right? A library that has all the code that will allow us to achieve what we want to achieve, which is to be able to scan or get information from users, right? And input. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, we're gonna go and say scanner. So that's the class we need to import, and right away when you hit enter, you notice here we have Java, that util, that scanner. So we are now importing a class, a library that comes with Java libraries, right? Which is just code that was created by very smart programmers so that we can actually take advantage of it. So we need to say scanner. I'm gonna call this scan, say is equal to new scanner, and let's say here system.in. Okay, again, don't worry too much here. So all we are doing here is creating an object, creating a way in which we can actually access all the methods, all the functions that we have in the scanner class. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and create a few variables here, other variables. So let's say double meter val. Now we're gonna go is equal to scan, right? We're using this object we created here, right? Scan dot next double. So all it's doing here, we are getting whatever users enter. When we ask them to enter something, we're getting it and put into the meters val variable. But before that, we need to actually display what we want users to see, right? We have to prompt them to say, hey, here we go, you're running this program, enter something. So we're gonna go and say system.out.println. Okay, so here we're gonna go ahead and say, just put a string inside. So quotes, say, please enter meters. So this is very important that we're putting this in this order because we want them to see this, and then in the background here we are actually getting whatever we got from what they have entered and put inside of this variable meter val. And here we can go ahead and say double, let's say multiplier, right? Just the same thing we had earlier. So 3.28, that's our multiplier. Double result, right? Create a variable is equal to multiplier times wherever we received here from what users entered, say meter val. Result has our converted value from meter to feet. So all we have to do now is say system.out.println, and we can now say meter val plus, say, meters is result feet, something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this and see. There we go. Say, please enter meters. We say 1. The moment you say enter, you see it runs this part of code. 1 meters is 3.28 feet, right? If we stop again and run again, say meter, let's say 23, enter, 75.44, okay? It's always customary once you have created a scanner, which goes and gets information from users, like we're doing here, we need to close it here. So it's a scan dot close, okay? Just to make sure that we release memory. All right, so this is what's happening here. Let's go back one more time. We created a scanner, a way for us to be able to get information from the console here, right? And then we are asking, please enter meters. And then we create a variable called meter val. It's a double, and we are actually taking what we received, what users enter when they were prompt, and put into this variable. Okay, so if they put 1, then this meter is going to be 1, right? And so then we have a result, and then we are actually right away taking multiplier and multiply by what we've just received. Okay, and then all we're doing just print out the result, all very nicely put in a string. All right, as you can see, this looks much better now, because not only is it working, but it's a little bit better in the sense that it's dynamic, so we didn't have to hard code the meter value. Now you can put whatever value you want and it spits out the right conversion. I want you to go ahead and modify the previous program, the previous app, to look like this. Okay, and also as an exercise, you can create another converter app. For instance, you can create one that says gallons to liters, or centimeters to meters, or meters to kilometers, or whatever you want. Since you have this concept down, you've seen how we do it, it should be fairly easy for you to branch out and create your own. All right? Okay, so take this idea and run with it. And remember, the more you program, the more you code, the better you get at it. Okay, so go ahead and program away. All right, I'll see you in the next video.